Welcome back, everyone, to our first episode of season 7 of the Truth and Freedom podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzalag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. Now, there was a time when freedom was defined by physical boundaries. If no one controlled where you lived, what you said, or how you worked, you were considered free. But in our modern world, the greatest threat to freedom is no longer chains on our wrist. It is distraction in our minds. Now, every day, we wake up and reach for the device before we reach for our purpose. Before our feet touches the floor, we are pulled into notifications, headlines, opinion, arguments, and endless streams of content designed to keep us scrolling. The world competes for our attention because attention is power. Whoever captures your focus can influence your emotions, your decision, your belief, and ultimately your destiny. That raises a question that every one of us must answer with honesty. Is your mind truly your own? If you cannot sit in silence for 10 minutes without reaching for your phone, if your mood depends on likes and comments, if your thoughts are constantly interrupted by the noise of the world, then your attention may be under someone else's control. This is the new battlefield for truth and freedom. The struggle is no longer just about what you believe. It is about whether you have the mental space to think clearly enough to discover what you truly believe. We live in an economy where your attention is bought and sold. Companies invest billions of dollars to understand your habits, predict your behavior, and keep you engaged for as long as possible. Not because they want to enrich your life, but because your time is profitable. But your attention is more valuable than any currency. Your attention shapes your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your choices. Your choices shape your character. And your character ultimately shapes your future. Now, where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is fragmented, your life becomes fragmented. If your attention is consumed by fear, your peace disappears. If your attention is directed towards purpose, your life begins to align. Now, many people wonder why they feel exhausted all the time, anxious, and disconnected. The answer is often simple. They are mentally overloaded and spiritually undernourished. We were not designed to absorb thousands of opinions every day. We're designed to think deeply, live intentionally, and connect meaningfully. Real freedom begins when you reclaim the right to decide what deserves your focus. You do not have to react to every headline. You do not have to answer every notifications. You do not have to compare your life to carefully edited images. You do not have to surrender your peace to the demands of a restless world. You have the power to choose. You can choose to wake up with gratitude instead of scrolling. You can choose to read something that strengthens your mind. You can choose conversation that nourishes spirit. You can choose to protect your inner world. Because when you master your attention, you begin to master your life. Focus is a form of self-respect. Every time you choose what matters over what distracts, you send yourself a powerful message. My purpose is worth protecting. Think about the dreams you carry, the book you want to write, the business you want to build, the family you want to nurture, and the legacy you want to leave. None of these will be accomplished accidentally. They require concentrated energy. They require clarity. They require sustained attention. Distraction may feel harmless, but over time, it steals the life you are meant to live. Minutes become hours. Hours become days. Days become years. And that one day, you may wonder where your time went. But today can be a turning point. Today, you can make a decision to reclaim your mind, to stop giving your best energy to what does not matter, to become more intentional with your time, to think for yourself, to live on purpose. Now, you do not need to disconnect from the world completely. You simply need to reconnect with what matters most. Spend time in silence. Listen to your own thoughts. Reflect on your values. Ask yourself whether your daily habits align with the life you want to build. Truth requires reflection. Freedom requires discipline. Purpose requires focus. And the beautiful thing is this: every moment offers a new opportunity to redirect your attention. You can begin again right now. The world will always demand more of your focus, but you have the authority to decide what gets access to your mind. Guard your attention, protect your peace, direct your energy towards what is meaningful to you, because your attention is your life. And when you reclaim your attention, you reclaim your freedom. This is your time to awaken. This is your time to think clearly. This is your time to live intentionally. Your mind is a gift. Your focus is a superpower. And your future belongs to the person who learns to master both. So on that note, I'd like to thank you all for joining me today on The Truth and Freedom, and I look forward to continuing your journey of awareness, courage, and freedom with you on our next episode. Until then, my loyal friends, stay curious, stay awake, and stay free.